Hello and welcome to Linux Saints YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to be performing a little programming exercise. We want to check whether a given year is a leap year or not. So we are going to start with code right away. So the very first thing that we want to do is to include our standard library, which is the stdio.h. And then we want to create our main function. And to check for a leap year, the very first thing that we need is a year from the user. And for that I'm going to create a variable called year, and then I'm going to get the input from the user, and for that I'm going to prompt the user using the printf function to input a year, and then I'm going to store that year using the scanf function, and then I'm going to use an if-else statement. So within the if statement, normally you would divide the year by 4 and check if the remainder is 0 or not. But that is not a good approach. I mean, you don't want to check whether a year is divided by 4 or not if the year is divided by 400. And similarly, if the year is divided by 100, basically we want to minimize or optimize our code as much as possible. So we are going to start off by checking if our year is completely divisible by 400. And if that is the case, then we are going to print to the screen that, okay, this is a leap year. Otherwise, we are going to check if the year is divided by 100, do we get the remainder 0 or not. And if that is the case, then I'm simply going to copy this statement which tells us that, okay, this is a leap year. And then again, I'm going to check whether our year is divided by 4 or not. And if it is completely divided by 4, then I'm going to say that this is a leap year. And lastly, if none of these cases match, then we know that this is not a leap year. So for that, I'm going to use another printf statement, and I'm going to say something like, this is not a leap year. So I'm going to save my program and execute the code, and I'm going to type something like 1999. So that is not a leap year. So we know that 1999 was not a leap year. And then again, I'm going to run my code, and this time around I'm going to actually type in a leap year, which was 2020. So okay, that was a leap year. Lastly, we're going to type in some random number, and let's make it up to 5 digits. Let's say something like 3520, and it prints out that the year 3520 is a leap year. So that was the solution to this very simple problem.